Hey guys, I'm thinking it's day 6 off the coffee now. I've given up coffee loads of times, but I feel like I've got more incentive now than ever before because I've got more kind of understanding and insight into what it does. I'm also still reading Caffeine Blues, very interesting book. But I had a realization in the car yesterday. I was driving back up from England, and I just had a thought that I wanted to share with you regarding euphoria, regarding being our best selves. And it's really quite simple. So we know we've got this concept within euphoria that energy that you get from caffeine, for example, is borrowed and has to be repaid with interest. It works in lots of other ways as well. There's other kind of facets and aspects to that. And one, I think, is really just understanding the concept that it is borrowed. So let me explain. In the case of caffeine, so over the weekend I was at a conference. I had a challenging meeting on Monday morning that I was anxious about. And I felt that my brain was saying, this would be so much easier, Ben, if you had the coffee. All weekend there was the VIP room there with free coffee on tap, and there's coffee in my hotel room. Everyone's having coffee, and I just didn't go for it. And because I have faith that I have within myself all the resources that I need, and that whatever happens, that those resources will deliver a preferable result to bringing anything from the outside. So in the case of coffee, the thing that I'm addicted to with that is not so much the feeling of boundless energy, but which is great. It's the feeling that I can conquer the world. It's confidence that I get from coffee. And it's, yes, that kind of mental sharpness thing. My chess rating has plummeted as well in the last few days since I've been off it. But I know it will bounce back once my brain realizes and starts to use my energy rather than fake stimulated energy. So what's this point about borrowedness? I think that there's a cultural, societal aspect to it, in that, let's say you wanted to dominate a population. Right now, I happen to believe that our society, I agree with John Lennon that our society is run by maniacs for maniacal ends, and it's not us that's crazy. The system is crazy. So I think there's a small group of psychopaths wanting to control the population and to keep us down. So in order to do that, they need us to know that they need us to forget that we are powerful beyond measure, in the words of Marianne Williamson. They need us to forget how strong we are, how much influence we have, how our creative power. They need us to forget that, and they need us to conveniently ignore the fact that we are the 99.99%, and that when we say no, it stops. So they can't have us do that. So the thing about, I think, the caffeine and the sugar in particular, which is why our society is drenched in these things, in these drugs, is that we need to have positivity, get up and go, confidence, right? And what we're doing is we're buying it from Starbucks or wherever, the petrol station, the corner shop. We're getting that positivity from the coffee, the flat white, or the Red Bull, or the chocolate, or whatever your weapon of choice is against yourself, right? But here's the thing. Because it's borrowed, it's not ours. Because it's borrowed, it stops. Because it's borrowed, it has to be repaid later. So when the coffee wears off, or whatever it is wears off, then you're left with a lack and an absence, and you're left feeling weak, impotent, that you don't have the innate confidence or strength or power or potential. Do you see what I mean? And that leaves you surely in a worse state unless you stay on the drug. But staying on the drug, yes, you might use that to get through your career at the expense of your health and whatever to some degree. But you'll never actually know how powerful you really are in the absence of the stimulant. So I think there's definitely something to that. Thoughts in the comments.